Hello there, welcome to another talk. I haven't done a talk like this in a long time. Might have been years since the last time I've done a talk like this, and it's a random talk, not about anything in particular. And if you're new to my website, or you've just stumbled across one of this, for example, what happened to me was I had an unexpected spiritual awakening at the age of 24. I'm 34 on my birthday, and obviously just under 10 years. And after that awakening, the awakening came at the moment I sat down and had enough. And I had enough of everything up to that point. And I guess you could say, the depression pushed me to the point where I had to make a decision. And some people make the decision to kill themselves. I knew someone had done this. And so I made a decision, and it was the first time in my life I was authentic and sat down and had it. And it's like I knew from that moment that everything was going to change after that point. It was like I had a glimpse of myself in the future, and then everything started to change. And what I'd actually done is, I've said this so many times and I'll keep on saying it, that because I was authentic and heart-based, in the heart is the connection to the real self. And so what I'd done is actually, because I was authentic for the first time ever, I connected with Source. And then I started to go through this transformation. I felt like my personality was changing. And what was happening, it was the real self coming through. The real I is not your body, not your experience. The real self is the eternal I, the infinite consciousness that is. And that is the true self. It's like reality. I found old posts of mine, someone being like an old post of mine on Facebook regarding the simulation, and that's it. And the simulator is consciousness. Everything would have had to have originated from nothing, and the nothing would have to be aware in order to produce an awareness experience. So it means that all we really are, all that everything is just infinite consciousness, infinite awareness. And so basically, and there can only be one of it because nothingness is one. I can't have two nothings, you can only have one nothingness, because nothingness would be the all of infinity, and there can only be one infinity. So that's why, basically we are each other. And the system, at the core of it, if you want to look at the core of the system, you have to look at the royal family, the British royal family. And what they're into, they wear costumes that is to do with Freemasonry. When someone gets a knighthood, they take the knee to the Queen, and also Black Lives Matter as well, because that's a Freemasonic ritual. Freemasonic rituals and Freemasonry is Illuminati. You look at the symbols and what they believe in, it's the same as Illuminati. And Illuminati believe, and these people believe in using spirituality against us so that we give them energy. It's called Satanism. And I'm not going to go too much into that, because I probably have said too much already. You're not allowed to speak about certain things because these people are scared of the truth getting out and people waking up. That's why they're dead set on doing what they're doing just now, making up, stuff about a virus that's never been isolated or proved to exist. They just made it up, because it's true. The Chinese Center for Disease Control stated that they never isolated any virus. So and no one's got any samples of it. What they've got is computer generated simulated versions, but it's never been isolated. So, and this is fact, But what this is all to do with, it's all to do with, there's a mass awakening happening. I had a spiritual awakening, but around the planet, there's awakenings been going on since around 2012. I think that was when I had this awakening. And ever since 2012, that's when the energy changed, and that's what the system, the core, the Illuminati is trying to stop. Because these people are very narcissistic. The Great Reset is it's not people that want to feed us. My dad said to me last week, he said, oh, they want to feed us. No, they don't. These people, as David Icke says, have got absolute contempt for the human race. They don't care about us. You're dealing with narcissistic people with no empathy, no consequence, no emotional consequence for their actions. And that's the force that has been ruling this world, but there's a transition taking place, and that's the Great Awakening. And that's people all over the planet having these spiritual awakenings. And how do you get your own spiritual awakening? Well, like I was talking about at the start of this talk, you know, it happened to me when I had enough. You know, the depression pushed me in, but it was a choice. And that choice, I was authentic. And when you live from your heart, that's when you connect with the real self. Like I said earlier, the real self is not your labels, not your name, not where you think you're from. It's the infinite consciousness that everything is. So in essence, we're all one, but they're trying to put us against each other. But we're all one, you see. Everything is one thing, and one awareness, one consciousness, and we're all each other. We're all the same thing, basically looking into a mirror and dreaming that the mirror thinks it's separate when we're actually one. And that's what the Great Awakening will bring, and that will mean that there's no fear left. That's why they're dead set on the fear and manipulation, mind control. That's what it's all about. And so, you know, and just before I end this talk, I'm not going to do a big talk because I don't have the best internet, and I've got to keep them short, 10 minutes and under. I like to do them. But if you want to check out all my talks, if you just stumbled across this, you can find all my work and talks on my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.